All right, this is Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation Show. Sorry, family, I'm running a little late. Um, Mecca, you called me and asked me, did I want you to come up? Um, I don't really have a topic, but I put something up said on time, right? And right now, I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired. What's up, Chucky baby? I'm a little tired because I don't know, when I hit this age 60, for some reason it seemed like I don't sleep like a baby at night. I don't sleep like a baby until it's like daylight. And for the last few days, I ain't been doing too much. So if I'm not doing too much, I'm gonna chill out in the house. You know, I ain't what's up, bro? I'm a chill out in the house, right, and don't do too much of anything. But anyway, I knew I had to come around here and start my little live. And y'all know I do from 5:30 now to like 6:15. So I am going to share about some stuff because I did make a comment about the 14-year-old squeegee kid that shot Tim Reynolds. I got his name now. Now I made a comment about a black kid and a white guy, and some people on YouTube said, there you go, you talk about race. No, it was a black kid and a white guy. That's nothing racial about that. Right? So anyway, I was just saying, and I'll say it again and again and again, and me and his family member had talked about this too. You pulled off, right? You pulled off, you drove off, pulled to the side, you came back with a bat to hit this kid, not knowing what he had, which I wouldn't have pulled over. And if I pulled off, I wouldn't have came back. I would have pulled off and kept going because, it was just us arguing. And if y'all watch the video, the guy was a little rough. So I don't know what all happened or what expired, but the sad part about it, the man lost his life. Tim lost his life. Right? Now, I'm not saying at all that the young kid was right, because it kind of shocked me too that, that they carrying guns like that. So it kind of shocked me too. But that goes to show a lot of people that when y'all become aggressive to these kids, this is what they starting to do. When y'all become aggressive to them, like y'all gonna hurt them or fight on them, then they starting to come out there with guns. And one of the little young boys who made the statement about it, right? I didn't like it, but you got to look at it. Right now, it's fixed where they can get their hands on legal stuff, illegal stuff. I'm sorry, like the guns. And I kid and I joke about it, right? Because I said they make it so accessible for our black men or black young men to get guns now. And it's so easy for them to go to the bubblegum machine and get one. I joked about that because it's more easier now compared to when I was coming up. So some people responded back where they thought I was, kind of siding with the young guy and everything. And it's not that I'm siding with this kid. Don't get it wrong. And y'all like I said, if y'all want to ask me something, Just don't jump to conclusions. Well, anyway, the guy, and I don't understand why y'all don't understand, got out his car with a bat. So the kid felt threatened. And once again, I'm not saying that the kid was right. And I made a statement in that comment about the most of our children in the inner city is on like survival mode. They're in survival mode. I'm sorry. And the way I can understand what they do and why they do it, I can understand that because of my life that I lived at one point. Wait a minute, Chris, let me see. That my life that I lived at one point, I can see and I can understand. But I'm not saying that, once again, I'm not saying that it's right. I carried a gun when I was young. I had no problem in using it. Okay. So that's why for me, it's inviting you. That's why for me, I have no problem with the eye in the sky, trying to get the surveillance plane back. Because sometimes you have to let people think first before they go and they commit a crime. The only 2 times I carried a gun was either for protection or to come for you. Well, I was going to take somebody out. Real simple. That's hey, Chris, he got you. That's the 2 reasons. So I share this all the time, why we tend to do what we do sometimes, right, as people. And then you young, and if you don't have nobody really guiding you and directing you, you will act out in a destructive way. Because I did. Because I had no positive role model. But y'all don't like to listen. So a lot of the stuff that's going on right now, not everything is a result of the parents not, I'm going to say, disciplining their children right. Now, I'm going to tell y'all point blank, Steve, 19 years old. And I don't care what color you is. I don't care if you black or white, but if you approach my son or my daughters in the wrong way, their father going to come to you. I ain't coming to knock you out or bust your head. I'm coming to correct you. That's mine. Don't come at them any kind of way. Because that's my goal as a parent. I'm going to protect my kid. So now, whatever happened amongst them, the young kid took matters into his own hand. So y'all kind of pissed me off. But when the guy called me to tell me about his family member, he said Brandon Scott was trying to look at it as, Chris, where you went, bro? Brandon Scott is looking at it as a racist thing, you know, and he let me know that the guy, Tim, wasn't racist, him or his family. So he wanted to clear that up. He ain't had to call me and tell me nothing. But guess what? It didn't matter, if you get what I'm saying. It didn't matter because, number one, when you was in your car, I was watching you, how you was yelling and screaming or whatever that was happening with y'all, the confrontation. But you pulled to the side. Even man, what's your name was talking about that. He was like, yeah, it wasn't right that he pulled to the side and came out with the bat. But we know it wasn't even right for the young kid to shoot him. You got me? So now, check this out. If Warren Brown and them, and I tried to tell y'all, if Warren Brown and them, and 9 times out of 10, they're going to do it so that the kid won't get a lot of time. They're going to make it look like a hate crime or racist crime. They're going to make it, I'm telling you. And in that I wrote, Chris, I said this too. It all depends on how you play the game. Because Warren Brown and them whether we like it or not, the guy got out the car and came for the boy with the bat. And then somebody posted on there, well, he had ran. Well, if the boy ran, who shot the man? I'm like, is y'all paying attention? Is y'all paying attention to what you're saying? Because if I want to be nasty and mean, I can send every stupid thing y'all saying over from that end to Warren Brown. I don't know why it clicked you off, but yeah, the kid shot him, killed him. Every time I mess with I'm gonna say, not just squeegee kids, but our little hustlers on the street, right? And I'm in their face. So a lot of times I'm picking with them, I'm playing with them, right? telling them that, you know, don't make me whoop your butt and blah, 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 right? Playing with them because of their behavior, telling them y'all got to stop showing off and stuff like that. See, y'all don't, I come at them more like as like unc, dad, you know, big brother, and only to let them know, you know, it's because of y'all behaviors now that y'all begin to get a negative outlook. And it's not all of them. It's not all of them. Some of them out there trying to get with a little extra money they can to do whatever they need to do with. And if you take the time and talk to them, you'll find out some of them out there, he ran for the gun. Okay, Chris. Because somebody said he ran. The boy ran. But I didn't even pay attention to that, all of that part, Chris, because the thing was, when you pulled away and it wasn't being smart, and be honest with you, I don't care how anybody take it, common sense. When you pulled away to the side, you should have just kept going. And they're going to play that. I'm telling you, they're going to play that thing. Because once you moved out of traffic to the side, then going to jump out your car with a bat. They're going to make it like he was attacking. And if you look at it, he was coming for that kid. You can't fix that. You can't twist that. You can't jerk that around. So what else y'all think somebody going to do if they know they got something that they can protect themselves with? And keep this in mind. I'm not saying he was right for what he did. I'm not saying it. But I understand why the kid did what he did. And guess what? Josh, you might not be that old, but Chris might know. Some years ago, back in the 80s, a guy shot at me. Matter of fact, I ducked down, so he shot through the door, and it hit my sister in the arm. Thank God, because my mother was coming down the hallway in her wheelchair, and my sister was pulling my mother back, which it could have went in her head. Now, that's the shoulda, coulda, woulda thing, right? So I'm just saying what could have happened. But anyway, this guy got 5 years for the handgun charge. Do y'all know they just did a handgun charge now, and you get a year for an illegal handgun? And I'm like, wait a minute. What happened to the 5-year thing if you get caught with an illegal handgun? Now, look at the system and look how certain things people play with. Because when they brought that into law, I said, what happened to the 5 years that you get when you found with an illegal gun? So do y'all understand why so many people now that have guns or found with illegal guns on them go to prison, but they out the next day? Stuff are made simple now. Simpler. It's made simpler. And see, the whole goal with a lot of the stuff that's happening in the city, it's the goal for the inner city people to take each other out. So it's making it more easier for them to get to these type of things. And then when y'all hear my big mouth and what I be saying, y'all be thinking I'm wrong. No, I kind of see what's happening. And I'm not the only one. I'm just the only one that tends to run off at his mouth compared to a lot of people. What you say, Josh? I thought it was 1 year for every bullet. I don't know. I ain't hear that part. It might, Josh. But I'm just saying I was shocked about the that it went from like 5 years sentences to 1 now. But now I could be wrong because I was just talking about, when I found out they did that, I just knew it was 5 years. And I think they said, I thought it had passed, right? but I think they were saying that it didn't get but so far, so they took it off, something like that. But then they came back with this 1 year, and it might have been with for every one bullet, Josh. I don't know. I don't know, but I know when they said 1 year, I thought that was something stupid, because I was like, well, what happened to the 5 years? So I don't know, but check it out, Josh. However they did it, people getting found with guns on them now, and they coming right back home. They coming home. Like they might go in, you know, maybe a week or so, and they coming back home. Now y'all might not even pay attention to this. The 15-year-old boy that the police shot. This 15-year-old boy was in the car with about 5 other people. Now, mind you, this kid, from what I was told, had got locked up like a week before with a gun. So he came back home. He in the car with about 5 other people, but he jumps out the car and start running. And he running through the alley, and he came out the alley, and there's 2 white polices. And one of the polices shot him. I said, they set him up. They set him up. You in the car with 5 freaking people, and I know it happens. And if they find a gun in the car, 9 times out of 10, everybody probably take that blame, right? But it won't just be specific for one person. So I'm telling y'all, I'm thinking that they gave this kid this gun, and he running through the alley. So they kind of blocking certain things off. It's 2 of them. And you see when this kid run out between the alley, run out the alley between these 2 houses, and the white boy lit him up. I said, y'all mother suckers. Because he turned around and did like this, the kid. I said, y'all mother suckers. And see, little stuff like that, we don't pay extra attention to. We don't pay attention to. Just like with Freddie Gray. First, you see them when they got their knees in his back over there in the projects. Then you see him putting them on the truck. That was one recording. Then they stopped somewhere and picked up another person. That was 2 recording. Then they stopped the 3rd time. By this time, they putting Freddie Gray back in the van. They took Freddie Gray somewhere and whooped that tail. And y'all never paid attention. And Marilyn Mosby said it. Marilyn Mosby said that they only documented 2 stops, but they made 3 stops. And see, this is how they get us, y'all. And a lot of times we really do not pay attention to the closer details. Same way with Sean Suter. They showed it on the video. Now, why, if he had to go to court the next day to testify against the gun trace task force, why would y'all let him come to work? Matter of fact, he probably should have been off that whole week or whole month, because there was a good chance what happened would have happened. We don't pay attention and we don't question stuff. So I'm watching this video of Suter behind that van or behind the truck, and he peeping because somebody coming for him. Now, his partner didn't come to work, but he was with another person. So now you see him peeping around because now he just somebody coming at him. The news people reported this. Now his partner wasn't his whoever he was with wasn't there, but he was somewhere out off the distance. Did y'all hear the recording when the police called in and said, "Officer off duty, man down"? Man, if you are officer at work, how would you say officer off duty, man down? That was his friend that made that call. And know what? I don't know if it was Fox 45 News or one of them news stations. They was playing the videos and stuff. Y'all never paid attention. And then you could see Suda duck and Suda behind this little van, right? And you see him. I went down that street because remember they was talking about the video camera from the store. So I went down there because this the area I used to hang out in too, because I wanted to see what was actually going on or what's supposed to happen. Now they get the video from the store, but things are messed up. But you can see him, and that's why they got that video. You could see him. So why are you saying this, Steve? Because they say he committed suicide. He ain't commit suicide. Why would you commit suicide and you're like, say like, well, normally if you commit suicide, they won't pay, the insurance won't pay out. They won't pay out. So his wife, she felt like, you know, it's like, why would my husband commit suicide, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I was trying to meet his wife. I was trying to meet his wife so I can support her. So I'm only saying this because a lot of y'all, you know, y'all think I'm this chump. Y'all think I'm this punk. Y'all think I'm this wild, crazy dude. But when you see people being mistreated, you know, somebody got to stand up for them. Somebody got to stand up for them. And guess what? I don't want to lose my life. But I know one day I'm going to die. Real simple. Real simple. I know one day I'm going to die. And in my heart and in my mind, my thing is I might as well do something positive, you know, like leaving a legacy behind because it's going to come anyway. People going to talk about me anyway. If my name thrown around, people going to talk about me anyway. Wherever they talking about that crazy dude that supported the Myers, the Porch Negro and all that type of stuff, they're going to be talking about Steve Copeland. Wherever they talk about the most hated man in Baltimore City, they're going to be talking about Steve Copeland. Wherever they talk about, guess what? The most controversial man. And I love that one too. They're going to be talking about Steve Copeland. Because that goes to show you Steve Copeland just don't settle for everything. Anything. That's all I'm saying. And when Steve asked me to talk about that, right? Explain, you know, talk about where I'm at, because he said you are considered as the most controversial man. You are considered as the controversial man. And I'm like, okay, because one, it's not that I might not, I see things a lot different than what some people do. That's all it is. But I don't have a problem with calling a spade a spade. And a lot of people would tell me way back when I was coming out the gate like I was wilding out. They said, Steve, you're not wrong for what you're saying, bro. It's how you saying it. Well, when you kind of angry and upset, how else should you say something? Should I act in a more professional way, but I'm telling you I'm angry and I'm mad, but I'm not looking it? Or I'm angry, I'm mad, but my face showing that I'm happy, joyous, and free. But look at the words I'm saying. But then when I, you know, let y'all know where I'm at and how I feel, and I tell y'all that's my passion. No, you hateful. You need Jesus. You need to walk on the other side of the street and turn your head towards the sun and then to the shade. And some of y'all wish y'all had the balls. Y'all wish y'all had the courage to say some of the things I say. Y'all wish y'all did. But you too busy trying to please everybody else. That's the problem. I want you to like me. I want you to love me. Some people gonna like you. Some people gonna hate you. You ain't gotta do nothing. That's just life. So I ain't trying to spend my life making sure y'all happy, joyous, and free. I better be happy, joyous, and free. You know what the guy told me, and I don't know how true it is. He told me that Facebook blocked a lot of my stuff. Because now, mind y'all, I got like close to 5,000 Facebook friends again. Then y'all know I got other pages. But a lot of y'all won't respond. A lot of y'all sitting there looking at me. Won't say keep up the good work. We're proud of you, Steve. You're doing a great job. Well, you really screwing up, Steve. You this and that. And I mean, but y'all right there. And then I'm going to tell you, one day I was out and about 3 people told me, bro, keep doing what you're doing. I'll be watching you. I just don't come in. And I do that too. I'll watch people's stuff. But if I see you already got like 1,000 viewers or 100 or something, I might not come in. And you'll see that I'm right there. But and it all depends on who it is and who I'm dealing with. Sometimes I want to come in to give you that support. So I understand from time to time. But now, mind you, I got too many. And then I got too many new people that just signed up, like sent me friend requests and stuff like that. And you know, wanting to do some great things in Baltimore City, like the rehabbing and revitalizing houses and stuff like that too. And I'm gonna say his name again because he sent me a message the other day. He said he's gonna call me when he come back from vacation. Chuck Padarakis. Chuck Padarakis. Now, let me share this with y'all too. On top of that, at Mid-Atlantic Bakery, Chuck Padarakis and them, they hire a lot of ex-offenders and stuff like that. And you know, to help, they hire them, bring them in, help them turn their lives around, stuff like that. I used to see like the police car rolling up with maybe not the police car, but I'm trying to think of them guys that come out and check on you to make sure you at work and doing what you're supposed to do. But it's like a police looking undercover car. And I used to see this stuff roll up in the yard from time to time, and I didn't know what it was. So I thought maybe they was coming to get somebody to lock them up. But then I had asked one of the like supervisors, and they told me, they said, nah, sometimes they come out to do like a check on people. So I started realizing that Mid-Atlantic Bakery, they will hire a lot of ex-offenders and stuff, you know, to try to help them turn their lives around. So that's one of the things I was talking to Chuck Padarakis about too. Because when people come into my housing program, some of them need work. Now, if you're not getting paid, really be honest with you, I can't afford to bring you in. Somebody let Tashawn outside know I'm over here. I'm sorry, y'all. Just do me off. That's one of the reasons too why I want to sit and talk with John Padarakis and Chuck Padarakis. I'm sorry, John was their father. And another reason why I want to talk with them too, because their father their father built up during Mayor Schaefer time a lot of the in the harbor. So a lot of them buildings down there belongs to the Padarakis. So his father built up a lot in the harbor. So I want him to help me in the inner city. And that's what I told him when I met him, when I seen him down at Aces. I said, your voice sounds so familiar. I said, what's your name? He said, Chuck Padarakis. I said, I thought so. Because I helped them when they opened up a new spot in Philadelphia somewhere. I took the stuff up there, the freight. So normally with me, y'all, I talks to like the business people or the owners of certain things, and I try to get them to help me do what I do. And like I said, and I'm going to say it again, a lot of y'all don't have the balls to do what I do. But y'all want to sit back and try to badmouth me and take me for a joke. And then I get certain people that come in my life, and then they share, they do this, they do that, right? Or they trying to do certain things, which I understand. But then I find out you're not really about what you say. So I have to move away from you. I'm disappointed. And I got to move away. So the goal is with me right now, like with homeless services, I want to talk to the director. With housing, I want to talk to the director. I want to know about the programs that they have that my people can get into, my clients. I want to talk with like homeless services. I mean, homeless services and housing, I'm still going to get. And 9 times out of 10, I probably get a brand new mobile home. Because somebody going to understand where I'm at with the vision. I'm looking at the trailer. That's not out yet. But sometimes when I get real hyped for stuff, if it don't happen right then and there, it's like once I calm down, right, I start thinking another way with stuff. But I'd rather have something to ride around in. So I've been looking at like a bus, maybe other little things that I can invert into like a mobile office. I don't know if God telling me to do that with the truck I got. Just add some flip down steps or whatever, may turn that into a mobile office. I don't know, but I'm starting to feel like maybe that's what he's trying to tell me to do. Only reason why, because we have a lot of homeless people out there on the streets that homeless services and housing is turning their backs on. Tell Stephanie, look outside and see if Tashawn out there and tell her I'm next door. She out there. She just texted me and said she outside. So when God lays certain things on my spirit and I share that with you, you might not be the one that he wants to come and help, and I understand that. But my thing is, if this is a passion for you as well, and you want to help with the inner city people, help. Thank you, Steph. And the goal is, because of my mental health program too, and I tell them that once I do, I'm looking to take workers with me, but we can go out and sign people up, register people, and say like if homeless services or housing send somebody out and they got their name and number, be honest with you, I want your name and number too. Because if you tell that client like 3 months later, or you're going to try to have something to them by a certain time, and they haven't heard from you, I'm going to call you. See, you mean and nasty. Why would you want to call them and try to get housing for homeless people? Why are you worried about that? They homeless. That's where they need to be. They don't need to be in the house, because if they be in the house, then they won't be homeless. Dang, Steve, you act like you really understand. Shucks. And you know that's how y'all think they homeless. I ain't got to worry about it as long as I pay my gas and collect my bills and stuff like that. And what's up, Stephanie? Sit right there.
Oh, you want to Sean's side?
No, don't come over here. I'm on my daggone thing. Don't come over here.
What thing?
I'm on my live. Girl, don't be handing me this. Somebody else's mail got me scared thinking that it's mine. I'm talking about that look like that's from either. Is that something for me?
No, I don't think so. One for my mom.
Oh.
Something for this might be for you. It says resident.
No,
1629.
That could be anybody. Yeah. That I don't know what that is. Let me show y'all this clown right here. What? See my COC.
Shut up.
See my COC.
Oh, yeah.
See my baby.
Something wrong with you.
Wait, let me try to get your butt in here. But this is Tashawn. This is my baby. A lot of y'all might know her from the time she was with me, Chef, and Claudia and us. And me and her talk. This my baby. You want to come over, Stephanie? Well, you okay? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh my God! Look at my girl. Look at my girl. Excuse me, y'all. This is Stephanie.
Hello.
It's Stephanie. That's my baby, y'all. Y'all know I went through hell with the house next door. And she always encouraged me and motivated me through the stuff we was going through. She would lift my spirit every time. Mr. Steve, don't worry, you're doing a good job.
You are.
That's the same thing Torture told me. Torture said, don't go there. I know you, don't do it. I said, I'm not going to do nothing to Crystal. All I'm going to do is just ask her to get some help. That girl need help. You laughing.
No, she did. I told
You
you.
heard about Crystal? Yeah, she was.
Yeah, because she called me.
Yeah.
Wow.
She was the one called me. And I told you, I said, next time she do it, what?
Call the police.
Call the police. Call the police. Because anytime you start scaring everybody in the house like that, they don't know where you at. For safety reasons, call the police. You know, I'd rather for them come in and deal with whoever, and then I'll come around and take it from there. Because most of the people that, you know, we work with, except for my baby right here, everybody else is crazy as all I'm doing. Not me. I told Stephanie, be honest, she about the only one that acts like she more level-headed than everybody. I don't have no issues. I try to calm down. None.
But I can't. I
ain't worried about you. You trying to be like me. They're gonna start calling you the most hated female that deals with Steve. Tashawn said, but Tashawn know, look, we first met, what, maybe 2-3 years now?
And I knew your damn sister. Okay, go ahead.
And what else? Look, this is how we pick with each other. What do you call me on the phone?
Big. Big.
I'll be like, what's up, nigga? But no, that's my baby, y'all. That's how we play. That's how we play. I can't say that about Stephanie, though, but that's how we play. And the majority of my clients, I kid and I joke and I play with, just so they can feel free and feel open about talking about where they at and what's going on. But the goal is to encourage them. Like, if you can be honest with me about certain things, the goal is to encourage them to talk with their therapist or the psychiatrist on that level. But they don't. But when they do talk to them, they'll sit back and say, I ain't got nothing wrong with me. I just wanted a place to lay my head. I said, yeah, that too.
Who said that, Crystal?
No, that's what a couple of people say. Because I told them, I said, no, I want all of them to do therapy. I want them to do therapy. So they telling me, well, they ain't got this, they ain't got that. I said, I want them to do therapy because I evaluate them when they come in. So I know it's a deeper issue there that needs to be addressed. Well, they saying, okay, keep listening to what they saying because number one, they don't feel comfortable telling you certain things yet.
Well, don't.
So I'll be over in a little bit.
All right, I got
thanks.
To the store before we close.
Okay. Thanks, Steph.
You're welcome.
But that's my concern when it comes to, you know, the clients that comes in, and I explain to everybody because I have, by me coming through the 12-step program, I do work on myself as far as with if I'm going through something, I'll do a self-evaluation. All right, Steve, what's going on? What's wrong? Why you feel like this? Why you feel like that? And I know how to go inside of myself and do that inventory, self-inventory. So because I know how to do it, I understand that a lot of the clients are not there with that. So that's why for me, if you come into my housing program, I will tell you, you have to sign up for the mental health program because the whole goal is to reach those deep issues that's going on inside you. Like you might have been raped, you might have been molested, you might be going through some abandonment issues, you might be going through some abuse issues from a child coming up. And that tends to, you know, mess with you in the here and now. Yeah. And see, a lot of people don't know that most of the time when you are depressed in the here and now, because you keep living in your past. Did y'all know that? Yeah. That's why you can't be at peace in the here and now. Now, I sponsored many men and women. So I had to take them inside of themselves to deal with whatever, you know, stuff they was running from. So for a lot of y'all that think this black dude over here is crazy, I'm sharing my personal experience. Tashawn said, I'm sharing with y'all basically how God worked with me, real simple. And just about anybody that's walking around out of their mind or maybe caught up on drugs or something, 9 times out of 10, they're spiritually empty inside. So the goal is to help them feel that spirit inside again. So when you sit back and try to talk to me like I don't understand what the freak to do, I look at you like you're crazy. And check this out. If you never experienced nothing I went through, but you done got your, what's that? Your doctorate or something?
Mm-hmm.
You study a particular curriculum to understand a recovering or practicing addict. And I can sit here and tell you from personal experience, you paid all that money. I try not to do it because people get mad when I say that.
Why?
Because I tell them all that money you paid to learn about, how to deal with people like me. And then want to sit back and brag. Did you see my letters, PhD? I wouldn't care if it was DICK, because that's what it was. Sean, I'm trying to rhyme and rap.
Be nice.
I'm trying to rhyme and rap. She not get but seriously though. And it's not to knock nobody. It's not.
I know.
Right now, just what I'm saying, what's running through my head is to thy own self be true. To thy own self be true. Because when I start understanding, I can lie to everybody else, but I can't lie to me. You know what I mean? So to thy own self be true. And that's what I was taught early on when I first came into Narcotics Anonymous. I was told to thy own self be true. I was told to be honest, open-minded and willing. I call it truth, faith, and trust. Truth, faith, and trust. Those are the morals and values and the principles that we supposed to live our life by. Truth, faith, and trust, right? That's like any relationship. Thanks, bro. Leslie. That's like any relationship. Number one, you have to have communication in that relationship. You have to have faith and trust in that relationship. But the communication is most important. You got to believe in one another. See, so little things like that, to me, I understand what it takes to be in a relationship. Hey, Tanya, baby. And the reason why I'm saying that, because I had to start a relationship with me. I had to learn how to love me. I can't give you something I can't have. So that's not in me. I'm sorry, I say can't have. But I can't give you something that's not in me. If I don't have love in myself, I can't give it back. That's why you're going to get that angry, negative dude. That's why I hug my children. I hug my children because I want them to feel that love of their father, that compassion. I want them to feel that. My son, when I first started hugging him, not that I first started hugging him, when he got up to that little bass in his voice, right? And I started hugging him and stuff. He kind of and I said, I love you, Steve. He said, man, I bet not hang up that goddamn phone without saying I love him. But it's not just what I say. They had to feel it. And that's what I try to tell people. Our kids got to feel, not just what we say. And then I started understanding. I was saying this to my kids and I was saying that to my kids. But guess what? If your walk is not matching your talk, they're lost. So I had to start whatever I'm saying out my mouth. I had to make sure I'm doing it. And I'm getting ready to go because I see, wait a minute. Ew. Wait a minute.
Stop that.
No, I'm looking at my time. Oh, on here I'm looking at 6:17, but on here it's saying I got 2 more minutes.
Oh.
So I'm looking at, because I'm trying to stick with the 45 minutes. That was Barbie's idea. Because y'all know I come on here, I talk 2, 3, 4, 5 hours.
What?
You get ready to get put out.
You better leave me alone.
No, but seriously, Mecca, I love you, baby. I'm gonna call you to come out for next week. I was just being lazy. I was being lazy because I told Chris I want you to come out. And be honest, I'm just laying there, y'all, and I gotta stop and get me some sleeping pills, right? Because I've been up at night. I need something to knock me out. So I need to get me some sleeping pills. Sean gonna borrow this. I need to get me some sleeping pills.
The damn house manager gonna knock you out.
Because I won't look. I think the other day I went to sleep 10 o'clock. and I slept all day, right? Till about 4 or 5, about 5:30, and I think I finally got up. And I didn't eat nothing until like 10:30 that night. I'm like, Steve, you gotta stop this, bro. Because I'm a diabetic too. So sometimes I won't eat unless I'm hungry. And be honest with you, because of the medication I'm taking, I like that. But the type of the other medication, it kind of cures the appetite. So for me, I like it because it's in a way I feel like I'm not going to gain a lot of weight back. So I like the medication because I normally eat. Just like right now, I just left out the house. What did I eat?
Jay?
I grabbed this just to put something on me. And I got some popcorn, a bag of popcorn in the truck.
That's a Jay.
And I grabbed this. I said, I gotta hurry up and go around here. So can I give y'all like 5 more minutes? Cause this say 5:45 or 6, right? But just give me a couple of minutes. But nah, y'all, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And I'ma just share this with y'all, right? She over here balling her fist. I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this. God showed me a vision of making millions, right? And that's why I'm starting where I'm at with the housing people, because the goal is to start rehabbing blocks in the inner city community. Mm-hmm. We have over about probably 18,000 vacant houses. Mm-hmm. But the gentrification, they cannot replace every poor person or black person. And then understand this, even though they're doing gentrification, everybody that want to come back into the city aren't all white. Okay? It's more conservative people with money that wants to come back. Either they got a job downtown or business close by and they want to be closer for whatever reason. But to me, I can't understand, if you living in $1 million house or more, why would you, and with land, why would you want to come and live around people? That's just me. That's just me. Because some of these houses in the inner city go for like $1 million, mainly on Utah Street. Look them up.
Oh yeah, no.
Look them up. So those are the ones I normally talk to. So, and people will help you understand why, they want to come back into the city. So the goal is they cannot replace every black person. It's people that's building up into the inner city community like Bree Jones. And like Bree Jones. And it's some women that's rehabbing houses. Nothing but women. Y'all don't hear about them. But I happened to look, I seen them on this show one time. They was being interviewed. But and then you got Charm City Buyers, who I'm trying to personally meet. I want the 2-story houses because that would make that a little bit more affordable for the low to moderate income people, where the mortgage won't be no more than like $300 to $500 a month. I got a whole team of people to work with them, like on their credit scores, with the lenders, with the realtor, everything that they need done to be able to get into the house at a cheaper rate. This is what we're working on. I got a line of people. And right now, what God is saying, okay, I've been working in this. I've been walking in this. So it's time to really start doing it now. I shared with y'all the other day, Gladstone is a billionaire developer. Told me get my credit score to 620. He got people that will work with me, like will lend me the money to do a house, the $200,000-$300,000 house.
Oh God.
I ain't trying to spend that money on one house. I'm not.
No sir.
No, I'm not. So guess what? I went online the other day because they got these mobile homes for like $21,000. So I'm saying to myself, maybe I need to go get some land and make like because I seen a guy doing it somewhere else, channel. Maybe I need to go and talk to some people who doing the container houses. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about putting people in something, right, where it won't cause them an arm and a leg. Now, say like if I do a mobile home at 21,000. Now I'm looking at the mobile home itself, but I don't know how it might be fixed up in the inside. So be honest with you, you might can take that mobile home, and I'm like this with my mind going bing, 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 and you can style it. Some of the mobile homes they call modular homes. Do you realize they are like mobile homes put together, modular homes that they selling now for like $3, $4, $5, $1 million, $1 million. But now, mind you, that's not. I'm not looking at something that high, but I'm trying to look at something that the low to moderate income person can afford and won't struggle. And I gotta go, because I gotta go pick up this 23-year-old. I'm putting him in the house next door. I'm going to call you, Marcellus, because he needs a job. And I told him, I said, he working. I told him don't stop that job, but he working in spirits, right? I said, look, come in. I'll get you a job where I can, we can. When me and my man start talking, Pleasant Jones from Pleasant Jones Construction. Now they're doing a workforce development program. Matter of fact, they teach you heavy duty equipment work. That's what they do. I said, what you want to do when you get older? Now he's 23 with a 6-year-old. God dang, boy. So anyway, he said he want to get into construction. I said, I got you. I said, first we're gonna start here, because I gotta see if he gonna do all the right things to go to the next level, then the next level. I said, I got you. And this is what I try to do when it comes to our black men, is try, even if you're an ex-offender and you seem like you can't get a job or you feel like they discriminate against you, guess what? I will introduce you to No Struggles, No Success. Janet Graham. That's what she do. She works with the prison to help our people that's returning citizens. Guess what? Not only adults, she worked with teenagers too. I sent her this dude. They got him a place, a room, and got him a job at Jiffy Lube. But he moved on to another job. I haven't talked with him in a while. I haven't even met him yet. So when people call me, I try to point you in the right direction. And the thing that I don't like sometimes, and I try not to keep saying it, but just to know that y'all think of me as this evil, nasty, hateful dude. And I'm like, keep looking at me like that. But my action proves totally different. Y'all don't even understand what it is to have the love and the compassion of Jesus Christ. You don't understand it. Because if you understood his journey, those the people like us he came for. That drug addict, that low bottom dope fiend, that whoremonger. But y'all will sit back and say, well, Matthew said this and Mark said that. And y'all, yeah, that's fine. They say what they say. But what did Jesus say? And then y'all want to turn around and get mad when I say stuff. I know, and look, I know you on the path. I'm talking about the other, I know, but I know I'm not, and I'm not trying to prove nothing to y'all. I just hate the fact that y'all see what I do, and how do you see that other stuff? And I'm talking about my church members, my family. I raised a lot of my family members. Just because I wild out on here, they think Daddy or Uncle Steve unprofessional. No, something wrong with me. No, y'all know me. If don't nobody else know me, my family know me. Y'all know my heart, y'all know my mind, y'all know where I'm at. Mm-hmm. But then I understand I'm only doing the stuff that I used to see my mother do. And my mother used to take care of people. And a lot of times that hits me from time to time. I'm only doing what Barbara Jean used to do. And I'm going to share this and definitely get off. One thing I learned about what I'm doing, and I share this with y'all from time to time. I don't know about none of y'all, pastors, preachers, ministers, rabbis, I don't know. But let me tell you about Steve Copeland. When I was in the delegate building, get ready to go outside to speak on the $15 minimum wage, God hit me and said, you walking in the footsteps of two great men. Martin Luther King was one, and Jesus Christ was the other. Do y'all know how honored I felt? Because I fight for the democracy of Black people here in Baltimore City. So I understand the fight that Martin Luther King fought and others like him. I fight with Communities United for your civil rights, your equal rights, your constitutional rights. That's why I'm telling Black people to join Communities United to fight for the things that you want in your life. I call it the baby branch of the NAACP. And it's not to knock the NAACP. People sometimes on other people's payroll. I ain't on nobody's payroll. Get what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times people not standing out for us the way they should. So I just said I'm gonna shut my mouth as far as knocking other people and what they do, and I'm just go around them and get it done. So you don't have to, but guess what? God is lining them up anyway. He's putting the people here that he wants to see work. That's heart, mind, and Josh, you always said, like-minded people. Josh always said it. Steve, keep your circle small. Only work with like-minded people. So now I'm here. I heard it, but now I'm receiving. I need people that's on the same page. Now y'all know what I do in my way, and that'll want to do assisted living. I'm like, yes, because the people that I know that need that type of help, I will refer them to her. Come on, people call me all the time for help. So I like to have like certain people, like 3 of them, that's doing this and doing that. So if I can call over here, you don't have space. I call over here, you don't have space, then I can call over there. But I'm going to call whoever that's close to me first. So if I get clients, you got clients. That's all I do is refer people. So you want to grow your business, you want to work with me, that's fine. I love y'all. And I'm out. Have a wonderful day. Take care, family.